Eliana.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
This vision of yours.
I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell. And the darkness drew me in.
What then?
When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rose bush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
Just in case, did you by any chance hear voices?
No, not voices. It's not so simple. He spoke directly to my soul, in a language no human tongue can express. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the Blight devours everything?
Punishment, will you defy him? I suppose I couldn't sit by either.
That is why you're a Grey Warden. Come, there's a Blight to stop.
They all approve. Good, good, good. Loki, why are you barking?
Oh, why, you little...
Yeah, he's a bit defensive. Did you just jump at the sight of your own shadow again? Are you harassing my dog? No. What? What?
Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
Alistair, you're in armor. There's hardly any blood drawn. Still, he should have it. No, you went by his food. If I've learned anything from having my dogs on my own, you don't touch their food. It was just a warning he could have taken a hand off. Good boy, teach the silly Alistair. It's a bad dog. He is a war dog.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
You be a good boy, Loki.
I once heard a really old legend about how the Hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh. Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
Are you scaring my dog? I'd never feed you another human being, don't worry.
It's not cannibalism if he's eating it, you know.
Don't scare my doggy.
Oh, look at what your fool dog placed in my pack. A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
Oh, God. Well, he did get me some pantyhose. It's the thought that counts. He means well. Can't be stinkier than what normally goes into them. I think he thinks you need more meat on your bones. Oh, he shares food with me.
The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
It's a gift. You can't just throw it away like that.
I just did. I don't want it, you worthless fur bag.
Can't you see he likes you? I think you hurt his feeling.
Oh, he's just trying to be manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
I'm sorry, I love these interactions. Just gonna back away slowly. Nope, I didn't see that. Yay, now you're all mine. Trying to find a way through the earth, are we? He's found something. What have you found? It's going to take some time, you know. Well, good luck with that then. I love dogs. I love Loki. He's happy. Pet, 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 pet. I want to get him armor. I wonder if there's an armor mod for a Mabari. Then,
Why are we stopping?
just taking a moment's rest, I think we should talk. But yes, we're working together. I think I should get to know you.
There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
It might be. I need to know if I can trust you at my back. You're alright. You were in that case for weeks.
You are concerned. No need. I am fit enough to fight.
I've never seen a Kunari before. Tell me about your people.
No.
Oh. Please?
People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of, the elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at poverty.
That was quite quick to the point. That's actually... Yep, You said you were in the army.
I am.
Have you ever fought in a war?
I have always fought in war, human.
Can you please call me Alyssa? What do you mean by that? So you must know your way around a battlefield. No, what do you mean by that?
My people have been at war since the moment we set foot in the Northern Islands.
He doesn't speak much, does he? So the Kunari don't come from the islands. Naturally. The natives didn't want to give up their lands. Have you tried to... No, so the Kunari don't come from the islands.
We do now.
Where did you come from before?
Somewhere else.
You're not going to tell me where. Can you be more specific?
No. I was born in Seheron. Of the land we came from, I know nothing, not even its name. I do not see how this matters. Seheron and Parvolan are distant. Ferelden and the Darkspawn are immediate.
What's your hurry?
What a strange language you speak. You say hurry, where I would say duty.
How perform your duty if you're exhausted, Stan? It's not your duty to handle the blight, though.
No, it is yours, and you are chatting with me instead.
Okay.
As you wish.
I do generally love Stan's character. Hey, Mr. Two Dwarfs.
It's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Feddick, at your service once again. I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Warden? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
You don't have to, but you're free to stay. Just mind yourself, Sam. Have you been following us?
I can see why you might be suspicious, being a Grey Warden and all. Were I in your shoes, I would feel the same way. Trust me when I say that my encountering you here was serendipity and nothing more. I travel a lot, so I'm bound to meet everyone on the road eventually. If you prefer, I'll take my boy and be on my way. But regretfully, you're the safest spot on this road, without a doubt.
Trust me, you're free to stay. Just mind yourselves, okay?
Wonderful. Thank the kind lady, won't you, boy?
Thank you, kind lady.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. If you should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me.
Perfect.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
What enchantments does he do?
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
So we got our own personal merchant and our own personal enchanter. Perfect. I don't think I've got anything I can enchant them. Yeah, any of those. It's fine. I don't need it. I might have
If
stuff to
there's
sell though.
anything I can do for you, please, please tell me.
I could persuade. Ooh. Let's go. So, what's your story with me?
I suppose since you told me about you being a Grey Warden, it's only fitting for me to be as open. I am originally from Orzammar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there too, merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
But why did you leave?
One day, a noble woman came to my stall. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that.
I'm gonna guess you didn't steal them.
Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost tides. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold.
Second, I just spilled a lot of things on my Hold on. Okay, isn't that stealing? I better do something with them, then leave them to rot. Kinda true. I see.
The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
Fascinating story. Thank you. You're quite lucky to have done so well. Yeah, actually it is. But fascinating story. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you?
You didn't mention your son in your tale.
Ah, yes. I'm married to a fine woman back in Denerim, it's true. She'd give me a son if she could, but that's not likely to ever be. Sandal here. I found him in the deep roads years ago. Abandoned, I think, and he was never quite right in the head. I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the surface. He may not be my blood, true, but I think of him as one.
We left Orzammar.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again.
But that was generous of you.
It's not as if I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments. He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. Happens sometimes. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some time. Could probably open his own shop, if he knew how.
Enchantment.
Well, he does seem to enjoy it, at least.
But where did these goods come from? Not the deep roads?
Look, we don't rob people, all right? We don't take things from people that need them. The things in the lost tides, what good did they do lying there? I brought them back to Orzammar, where people could look at them and remember. It's not all that different up here. There are places long abandoned by the humans everywhere. Even more now with the Darkspawn coming.
He's not an opportunist capital, because that's exactly what we do.
People flee from the Blight with good reason, but they forget things. Things with value and meaning. They leave them behind because they're frightened and desperate. And sometimes my boy and I, we find our way to these places before the Horde descends, and we save these things. I take them away so the Darkspawn don't get them. Is that so bad? They destroy everything they touch.
Everyone has to make a living somehow. Yeah, it's true. I suppose it's better than having a Darkspawn take it all.
That's what I tell myself, too. Ah, these are dark times indeed. Dark times, my friend. I hear tell they held a funeral in Denerim for King Caelan. The Grand Cleric called for a full day of mourning, and there was a procession a mile long passing by the brazier. It's too bad they don't have a body to properly burn. What happened to him at the hands of those creatures, it's unthinkable. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Okay.
Of course.
We're
Good
good.
fortune to you and yours.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Morrigan is a must. We must speak with Morrigan.
What do you wish of me?
Everything. No. I'd like to ask you... Like to discuss something special? Oh, maybe. I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
How did you become a shape changer? When did it... Oh, yeah, no.
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
A most extremely exaggerated, perhaps? Maybe? Your mother has been doing this for a long time then.
Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
Can you change into other human forms? She can't, can she?
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess.
Thought so. Wasn't too sure, but yeah, now we know. Can anyone become a shape changer? Don't.
Anyone with sufficient will, but the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed.
Because I don't know a shit about magic. Do you spend a lot of time as an animal?
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
What do other animals think of you when you change?
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask.
I've never heard of magic like that.
No? 'Tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could. But as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
By practitioners, you mean apostates, don't you?
Not all apostates use the forbidden blood arts. Maleficarum do, but to condemn all who do not fall under the circle's thrall for the sake of what might be is a dangerous path to walk. There are those who look on the word apostate as meaning freedom.
I should have chosen a different option there. Whoops!
Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
Still, it does seem a little revolting. I think your abilities sound quite useful. Oh, just make you angry, I think. I think your abilities sound quite useful.
A most practical opinion. Far more so than any man I have spoken to. But enough of such talk. Let us proceed lest the dust gather on us.
Oh, right then. Can I speak to
What do you wish
Marlene?
of me?
Yeah, anything personal that I can talk about?
We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
I'm surprised she lets me. Why are you still... Stupid question, we said she could go.
I am here because Flemeth commanded me to aid you. Why? Do you wish me to leave? I can do so if you prefer.
No, 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 I don't want you to leave.
Then I assume our discussion ends here.
Yay! Oh shit, oh, we're going to disperse. No! Shit. One moment. We traded a -10 for a +6. Don't judge me. Please don't judge me. You're right there, good sir.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
In a manner of speaking, sort of, maybe. Depends. What do you mean? Is there a problem?
So you don't know? Has nobody out there heard?
I've heard Al Lehman is sick, if that's what you mean.
He could be dead for all we know. Nobody's heard from the castle in days. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
We've no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you. He's just over there in the chantry. Please, come.
We've got our work cut out for us.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl. You're a rather unusual group, to say the least. Can I ask who you are and why you've come?
Do I dare tell them I'm a Grey Warden? Alistair did say I should really have brought Alistair. Shit! It's fine. I am a Grey Warden here to speak to Al Lehman.
A Grey Warden? I thought you all died along with my nephew. At least that is what Logain would have us believe.
Your nephew?
I refer to Kaelin, of course. Our sister was Queen Rowan, King Merrick's wife and Kaelin's mother. Make her rest her soul.
There is a Grey Warden who goes by the name of Alistair. Does he yet live?
I was hoping he would mention it. I can't say if Alistair lives or not. He's alive. He travels with me, in fact.
He does? Finally, some good news amidst all the bad. Thank you. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
I can help you drive them back. What evil things are you talking about? Why are you telling me this? What happened then? I can help you drive them back.
There are no darkspawn here, and nothing to gain. It is a fool's errand.
Shush, Sten, you're being nice. If there's a chance to rescue the Isle, we have to try.
Perhaps.
How pointless to help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
I want to discuss the situation with you.
Of course.
You have some of our Lehman's knights here.
I have those few who returned from their quest. You know of this, yes?
Quests.
Eamon's illness is very serious. The Arlessa, out of desperation, sent the knights on a quest for a cure. I know little about this, other than that the cure was supposed to be an ancient relic of great power. Sir Perth was one of the knights sent on this quest. Perhaps you should speak to him if you wish to learn more.
Why are you in the chantry with the villagers?
Sir Perth insists. He wants me to be with the villagers, so everyone he needs to protect is in one place. I don't mind, to be honest. The point of all this is to protect the villagers, and I can do that best here. This is the last line of defense, should things go amiss.
No, I wouldn't say that's cowardly. Do you need more men in here with you?
We could bring some men in to stand beside me, but I'd rather keep the monsters away from the villagers if possible.
Wise. So what happens after this battle is over? What exactly are these things that attack the village?
I do not know. They seem to be walking corpses, men with rotting flesh that continue to attack even with the gravest injuries.
Undead, spirits possessing the dead. There could be several causes behind such a thing, none of them pleasant.
What is going on with my girl's head? So what happens after this battle is over?
Hopefully we can find the source and stop it before it causes any more damage. With luck, we'll also find Eamon and be able to help him.
There had better be a reward for this. No, I should get back to work.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Morgan disapproves, Sten approves. Hey, I was not expecting an approve from Sten. I should really have brought Alistair. Hold on. I can't change party in here. Damn it.